Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me. This is Smash Our Stash for 2026. So this is my first official collab video for 2026. And it's a collaboration put on by Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube. And it's a playlist collaboration. So you can go down in the description and click the link and you should be able to get the playlist. You don't have to deal with hashtags and find us or not or whatever. This month's category, you might be wondering, is stickers. Each month, Beth picks us a theme and we have to get that stuff out and play with it or use it or, whatever it is. I don't have a lot of you go and buy them stickers. Like I have a few Crater Lake stickers and I think I have some dinosaurs for special occasion children's cards and that kind of thing. But I gave away most of my stickers. And so at first I was like, oh, I could probably put some stickers on some cards. And then I thought, you know what I have? I have sticker sheets. I have UFO sticker sheets. And I want to make really fun journal covers. Like that's something I want to start working on is spicing up my journal covers, I think. And I think part of it is making them in advance. My friend Nancy, she's a member here on my channel. She makes really cool journal covers because she makes the cover in advance one day when she's fiddling around. She has an idea, inspiration hits her, and she makes the cover. That's like making clusters and ephemera separately. Your ephemera is less hurried. You're not in a hurry. You're not putting it together. Last month for Smash That Small Pad, if I had just played with that pet ephemera for a couple days before I even tried to make cards, I probably would have been like, oh, let's add some foam mount. Let's round these corners. Let's ink these edges. What if we ink it in a different color? You know what I mean? More playing. I'm going to try that on some of my journal covers this year, make them ahead of time and make it more fun. Last year I did that with my fall journals where the assembly was done and then I just got to embellish them. I think that'll be fun. I think it'll help. So what I'm doing is I'm looking through my Christmas bins, plural, and finding stickers. Now, some of you are like, but what about when you go to make cards? Or what about when you want to make journals? And let's be honest, okay? I have so much opportunity for embellishment making and in junk journals, lots of times I don't like to use a lot of stickers. So I think the world will be fine if I use, 50 stickers. I'm not counting you guys, to make a journal cover. I think I have plenty of embellishments and stamps and goodness that my journals, December dailies or winter journals or whatever I make later, it won't be a letdown. Does that make sense? The inside of this journal will not suffer because I used all the stickers on the cover. And in general, I don't like my journals. I don't know. I like them to be more junky and less stickery. But I do love collage. And so I thought, I'm going to try this. My inspiration, well, you haven't actually seen my inspiration yet. I did a postage stamp cover and it turned out pretty well. And you will see it later this month on the 12th. And what I did was I had a layer of glue, then I put all the stuff on, then I had another layer, then I let it dry really hardcore for a couple days, then I did another layer, then I folded, I almost forgot. We're supposed to have the fold line. Then I folded the thing up and I sewed it together and I put fabric in the inside and it was wonderful. It's a slow process, but I think it's worth it. So what I'm doing now is I'm checking the quantity of stickers that I have here. And I don't mind if it's a different collection, so it's slightly similar, like the two wreaths, they're not exactly the same. And I don't mind if I have the same ornament, but like I don't want the same big sentiment thing on there more than once. And this is a great example. This North Pole Reindeer Training Academy, it's a cute sticker, and yet I don't need it for making ephemera. Here's an angel. So I just wanted you to see what I did. These are probably all Echo Park because back in the day of Tuesday morning, I had a lot of them and I like Echo Park. I still have over here this sticker sheet, which is obviously the same because I just cut out the North Pole reindeer. This has a bunch of pink and a little different colors. I don't think I'm going to dip into this one. I probably should have because I don't love pink, huh? But this way I know it'll match and I'll like it. I might take some off of here that I didn't have, like I might need a little joy. I might need a tree. I'm probably going to use Liquitex Gel Matte Medium. There are lots of other brands that do Gel Matte Medium too. I have this one in my stash. This one's a matte, so it won't be shiny. There are shiny ones. You could use wet glue that you have and like paint it on with a brush and then stick the stuff on. I wouldn't recommend using glue stick. I tried that and it just wasn't really enough when I did the postage stamps, but maybe if you go over it later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 9 inches here, and that's going to be my line. I'm going to do right side up here, then I'm going to flip it around. These are going to be upside down. You're not going to watch the whole thing. I wanted you to see how this idea came together. It just popped into my head. I was thinking about stickers and I thought, I have so many sheets of Christmas stickers. I probably couldn't do this with, say, other collections, right? Like I don't have enough simple stories sticker sheets to do one of those amazing vintage garden things or all butterflies or that kind of thing. You could also, stickers, ephemera, little collagey things you want to do, doilies, tissue paper, colored tissue paper. Maybe you have a bunch left over from the holidays and maybe you want to do red and green to get ready for your thing for next year. Keep in mind that tissue paper, when you get it wet, it's going to be kind of a mess and color is going to move on you. So be careful where you do that. Whatever you have, you could use it. I'm going to get out my glass mat because it's about to get messy. I'll be back in a couple days when it looks way better. Do not fear if you do it and it looks horrible and bubbly and horrid the first night. Just let it dry safely where your cats can't get it and don't put anything on it because it's going to stick to the glue. This is where I'm stopping for tonight. I feel like the coverage here is pretty good. I've got some patches. I left room and thought about the fact that I want to stitch around it so I hopefully won't be over the bird's face and stuff. And I have some more coverage to do, but because I chose a paper that if it shows through I'm okay with, that was good. When I did the postage stamps, I wanted full coverage. I forgot to cut the inch off, so I marked it after I'd already started gluing and gave myself that room so that it will be 11 by 12 inches, not 12 by 12. I think I have some more I want to fill in over here. I'll probably end up using some of these pink stickers just because of their size. Like I think this Santa will fit on the inside pocket. I should have focused on using the bigger things first, and then I got sidetracked and started playing with some of these little ones. So I'm stopping myself. I'm going to throw away these, let this dry all the way. If it starts to get to the point where when you touch something, it's trying to stick to you, you need to stop. You need to stop, let it dry all the way, and then come back. Because one of these stickers, I think this one right here, it felt like it was the layer was trying to stick to me. I haven't worked with stickers before, but if you're having trouble and you feel like things are starting to get too wet, just let it dry. Let it dry and come back to it. There's no time pressure. It's just how much can you get done in this round. You can do 3 or 4 different layers of glue and stickers and no one will know. And I am trying to push some of them down, but the paper, you can see it's very curved, bowed. Don't worry, it's not time to worry. This is how the cover turned out. My stitching is a little crooked and stitching through stickers is tricky. I went with the longest straight stitch on my machine and I tried to adjust the tension. It's still a little bit crooked and messy. I'm not sorry I sewed through it, but I wouldn't necessarily do it again. I don't recommend it. I think you could hand stitch it if you were crazy enough, which I considered, or you could just say, I don't need to have it stitched. Maybe you could run some ribbon or like a tiny embroidery floss or something, poke some holes. I have one spot right here where it's so messy and loose. I pulled it through to the inside and I'll probably have to put a sticker right there. But overall, I think it turned out pretty cute. It's very thick, very sturdy, has the fabric on the inside, and it feels pretty nice. I think it will hold up well. I don't feel any loose stickers except this one right here on the bend. I had to put art glitter glue on it and then hold it down. So I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna put it in my Christmas bin for next year, and it'll be just like this for a December daily. Here we go, we have Joy and Jingle All the Way and Deck the Halls. Let me know what you think. If you wanna do a sticker cover, go for it. Probably don't run it through your sewing machine. It was a little bit angry right in here where I had 2 pieces of paper and stickers and fabric. Thanks so much for watching. This is a collaboration that uses a link. So you can link from the description down below to watch the playlist. You don't have to use hashtags. So go ahead and check out what the other people made with their stickers this month. I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. I'll be back again on the 12th with Clear It Out, and I might even be back before then. Bye-bye.